What's up, world? Lee here with Sticks, Strings, and Other Things, my teeny tiny little corner of the internet where I come to you every other week to chit-chat with you about all of the crafty things that I have been getting my hands onto. This is episode 77, and I am filming this on February 6th, 2024. I am coming to you from a very wet and gray Pacific Northwest, which makes me happy. I like the wet. I like the gray. I live in the Pacific Northwest for a reason. I'm drinking some lovely tea. This is a chocolate hazelnut chai from Plum Deluxe, and it's really good. You have to like chocolate, and you have to like chai, and you have to like hazelnut. But those are all in the name, so it's easy to know by the name if you would like it or not. I like it. It's really good. Right. How have you all been? I have been, yeah, let's just leave it at that. I have been. You may notice behind me a lack, except for right here, a lack of yarn in the yarn wall. And that would be because the great yarn reorganization of 2024 has begun. I have realized that the way that I had my yarn stored may be great for a store, or maybe someone who has less yarn, by dyer and then weight and then color. Worked great if I was selling. But if you're not, and you go, you know what, I really want that green yarn for that hat, but you don't remember who dyed the yarn, you have to pull out a lot of bags before you find the correct green yarn. So, I am now going to organize my yarn by color and color alone. Well, not quite true. Color and almost color alone. I do have, living in some of these, I do have, hey, this is for a project. I bought this yarn all together to go to this one thing. Those are now in bags with labels. Yes, folks, I am putting labels in so that I remember. Yeah, that's actually what I bought this yarn for, and not, hey, it was something I don't remember. So now, labeling, putting in bins, and then things will be by color, except for things that are like 100% cotton or 100% linen. Those I will keep separate because oftentimes, they'll either be exactly for a specific, not Pacific, specific project, or I'll have some that I picked up because it was pretty and I don't know what to do with it, so it's gonna kind of go into a, all of those go together because, yeah. Anyhow, I just jumped right into that to explain what's going on, or not going on, back here. This is normally a place where I discuss all the crafty things I've been getting my hands onto, like I said. So, shall we get into that? I think we shall. It has been 2 weeks since my last confession, and I get to polish my halo rather impressively today because, excuse the reach, I not only have a SAF, which is a start and finish, I have an FFO'd SAF. That's like a SAF Plus or an Ultimate SAF. So I have an Ultimate SAF. Yes, I have finished Celebrate All Year February. And it's fully finished. See, fully, it's not in there centered, but it's fully finished. Yes, evidently February has a National Pie Day. So we have, what, a chocolate silk pie, I'm guessing cherry, lemon meringue, blueberry, pumpkin, baby apple, key lime, blackberry. Those are my guesses. But there we go. Let me pull it up forward so you can see it closely. And I know, two of the 12 I have finished and fully finished and displayed. This sits on my piano. I know. Who am I? Love it. So I did that, fully finished it, and now halo polishing over here is what I am doing. So good, so good. Do I have any other finishes? Nope, not a single one. But that's okay. This is not the year of finishes. This is the year of starts. But I do have knitting. I do have stitching. I do have plans. I do have stash. I do have a lot. I do have, living in here, my dark Alice bag. I have my Petty Harbor socks by Raina Curtis. And these are a hoe. What's a hoe, you ask? Not a sentence that is often said, but what is a hoe, you ask? A hoe is a half object, a half finished object, which means socks. Yes, I have one sock. I am making these for a dear friend, so they do not fit my feet. These are a 72 stitch sock and lovely pattern. You can almost see it. Heel flap and gusset. Nice, simple pattern. Love it. This is in the, what yarn is this? I've already forgotten. Yaku. That is it. It is in the Kamaro's Yaku, which sadly is discontinued because this stuff is delicious to work with. It is 100% merino, which means I am holding a strand of reinforcing thread at the heel and the toe. But it is really nice. Oh, I am enjoying it to pieces. Not literally, because that would be bad for yarn. I am enjoying it a whole lot though, and am sad that I can't make like a sweater out of it because that would be awesome. Let's look at the second sock, which I have started. So I have the leg finished and I have the heel flap and heel turn done. As you can tell, I've not yet picked up the gusset. I am working these, as you can see, magic loop on a, I think this is a 2.5 millimeter, so a 1.5 US. Hiya sharps, because I like sharp needles, which is why I'm still sad that Signature is gone. I couldn't afford them. I have a couple DPNs, but they were the sharpest of sharp needles and I loved that. Anyhow, here is the sock as it currently stands. Hard to see because dark color, but there we go. Again, this is the Petty Harbor sock. I've made a few of these for people. I like it. It is a broken rib, wonderfully squishy, wonderfully stretchy, and I'm really loving the purple color. Today's plan for this sock is to pick up the gusset and start the gusset and maybe finish the gusset. We will see. I do not know. But that is what I will be working on during editing. What else do I have going on? I have whips. I have whips for days. I do. Let us look at this one, which is I Sigh Not for Beauty. This was a Whip Go call from last month, and when I filmed last, I still had a couple of days to work on it, so I did. Figured it would be a good place to start. If I remember correctly, when I showed it last, I was all excited because I was going to be starting in on the blue flowers in the border. I Sigh Not for Beauty, C Street Sampler, pear, vintage pear, lakeside linen using Vicky Clayton silks. 40 count, 1/2. And here are those lovely, lovely blue flowers. And I have a couple more. So I have finished all of the flower stems in the border, and I have finished many of the flowers, though not all of them. I am adoring this border. It is really fun and it's really pretty. Let me get you close on those blue flowers. Those lovely. So the border is actually complete from here up. And next time I pick it up for Whip Go, just have those two parts and however much more I do if I do more. I am enjoying this. Probably should start cutting pieces of linen off my linens, but I never do that. This is a good one. So I did get both of my Whip Go calls in January. Finished both of them. They were Jane Reese and then I Sign Out for Beauty. And now you've seen I Sign Out for Beauty. And I do really like those blue flowers. They're sweet. So that can be put away. Yeah, I have bags on the floor over there for putting my yarn back into. My yarn is a disaster area behind you of nightmarish proportions. It is absolute chaos. Absolute chaos over there. So we're not going to look over there. That is I Sigh Not for Beauty. What else am I working on? Ah, yes. And here is Rovaris Witch, which I don't have the bag in here, so I'm not sure what I did with the bag, but meh, details. I have it almost finished. So this is my 100 stitches a day project, and I don't remember where I was last. I think I was partway through the cat, maybe. So I finished the cat, finished the moon. That would be that. Or was I at the tea? Ooh, yeah, I think I was at the tea. Because I don't know if I had this in. Anyway, I don't remember where I was last time. Either way, I've been doing 100 stitches a day on this since I filmed last. So we have this lovely spider and the spider web and a cat and a moon, and I've started it on the H. This is a witch's hat. I have it stitched through today. So I've already put my 100 stitches in today, and that's a needle minder. Ah! I do enjoy this. It is sweet. And as you can tell, I have a lot of excess fabric on here. I'm trying, when I finish things, to actually cut the excess fabric off this year. I haven't in the past, but I'm trying this year. We'll see how well I do. When I finish this one, I am going to spin a tiny decision wheel to see from my list of things that I want to finish this year what will come up next. If it is something small or close to a finish, I'm just going to work on it 100 stitches a day until it's done. I think I have 1 or 2 on there that are nowhere near a finish. I'm not sure why I put them on there. I could be wrong about that. I don't remember. Anyhow, Rovaris Witch. I'm enjoying this. I am using Anchor Black, and this was a cottage garden thread, I think. And both of these colors were, they just were some variegated threads that I had in my stash. This is 1/2 on a 40 count Peanut by Bestitch Me. I looked at the back like it was living there. The answer wasn't living there. I just happened to remember somehow that this is Peanut. So there is my 100 stitches a day stitch. Last year I tried for a little while. I was trying 24 minutes a day, and I did it for a little bit and completely burnt out and didn't like it. I don't know why I didn't like it, but I didn't. And this year I thought I would try it with 100 stitches, which for some reason works in my brain better. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I think stitching against a clock bothered me, but counting stitches doesn't. Whatever. Oh, right. I'm going to have to get that in a minute. Because I forgot it. That's fine. I'll explain later. No worries. I have another whip. I have my No Time Like the Present. This is the Modern Folk Embroidery non-mystery. It's not a mystery. The whole thing is released. The Modern Folk Embroidery Stitch Along for this year. Look at that. Look at that. I am using Roxy Floss Co. in Phthalo Red and I forget. It's a color that was in the Advent box last year, and I'm blanking on the name. When I got it, I bought some because I thought it was so pretty and I thought it would be perfect for this. It is Yonder. Blue Yonder. I knew it was a pun of some kind, I just couldn't remember. I'm like, it's an ocean pun of some kind, I don't remember. Anyway, Blue Yonder. Yonder. It's a blue color. And I am doing this on 40 count Overcast by Cedar River Linen. She released 3 new colors. so pretty. I have not purchased them, but they are very, very lovely colors. And I'm trying to get 4,000 stitches of this done a month because I want to get this done by October. And if I do 4,000 stitches a month, it will get done by, I think, September. But that gives me a buffer zone of time in case I have a month that is busy. Let me pull that closer for you. This is my current project that I am working on. I need to fill in, as you can see, this area. I got tired and couldn't even finish the thread last night. I was like, I need to go to bed. Didn't even finish that thread. That is where this one is standing, and I absolutely adore it. When I saw this, when he did the sneak peek of, hey, this is what's coming out, and I saw the red and blue, I was like, I really like it as red and blue. But I'm like, ugh, it's going to be all America-ish. So I had to find a good blue that gave me the red and blue and a good background fabric. So I didn't feel like I was stitching a flag. Whatevs. I really like that, and it goes remarkably quickly. I'm kind of surprised at how quickly that piece is going. I have 2,000 more stitches to do to get my 4,000 this month. I kind of did an extra 1,000 last month, so I technically had 5,000 stitches done last month, but I'm still trying to do 4,000 this month, so I'll have 9,000 stitches done. Don't know, it doesn't make sense, but whatever. There's no logic to it. That is just how it's working right now. So there's that. I have one new start. Okay. I am doing 50 new starts by my birthday, my 50th birthday, at the end of this year. I know what my 50th project is going to be. It's going to be a peacock, a unicorn, a badger. And it's going to be beautiful, and that will be my 50th birthday start. I've made my decision. This one, I am not counting as a new start because Celebrate All Year was the new start. I started that in January, so that counted as one. But I'm not counting this as a start, but I'm counting it as an FFO, which I should because I don't think there's a logic to it, but that is how it is working in my brain. I don't know. So that did not count as a new start because it was started last month, even though it has small pieces that are whatever. My new start, living in here, is the project that we got for the Gathering of Nuts, which is a one-day stitching event that Acorns and Threads runs every year. I did it via Zoom because, well, that's what I did because driving, yeah, no, didn't want to. They're close, but they're not that close. It's a drive. It would be a full day, and I get tired very easy still. So, didn't happen. So, I was on the Zoom call. Let me show you what we got. Because it's a surprise. Who the designer is for a Gathering of Nuts, who the designer is a surprise. You don't know until the day you open the bag. I waited until we were on the Zoom call and were told to open our bag. That is when I opened my bag. Again, polishing the halo over here, feeling very proud of myself. So what did I find? Fox and Rabbit. Oh yes, a Gathering of Acorns. Look at that lovely, lovely piece. So this is 36 on 36 count hog bristle using DMC and Classic Colorworks. So pretty. And even more fun, Karen. I'm like, I can remember Brendan. Brendan and Karen were on the Zoom for the entire morning. The entire time that the Zoom call was happening for the event, they were on the Zoom with us. It was like, oh, dark 30 in the morning for them in Australia, and they were there. It was pretty awesome. So that was really neat. This was a bag, a little Notions bag that was in our package as well. In here are my threads. So the DMC threads, and I was missing the blue DMC thread. It's just a DMC thread, whatever, I don't care. So I'm trying to figure out which color I'm going to use for And I'm thinking it's going to be this one, which is Scary Berry. So I have 2 different blues in there for the woman's dress that when I get to it, I will choose one of those. Other than that, these are the Classic Colorworks. And here is the project. I started it on the Zoom call. I worked on it on the Zoom call and I haven't touched it since. So this is all that I got done during the Zoom. So pretty. Itchy nose. I love it. Look at those acorns and look at that crazy squirrel. Look at that. That squirrel. That squirrel. Isn't that lovely? And obviously there's going to be another acorn down here. I stopped there. I stopped partway through that acorn. I ran out of thread and was done for the day. So pretty. Cannot wait to get to the house. Oh, I cannot wait. Did you see the house? Let me bring it up again. Look at that house. That house is going to be awesome. But yeah, the blue for her dress. That's the DMC I'm missing, and I really don't care. Big deal. Cannot wait to get back to this one. Not sure when I will, but this was start, I want to say 6. This was start 6 for the year. And I really enjoyed it. Being able to chit-chat with Brendan and Karen was really nice as well. It was very sweet of them to be on that call for the whole time. They didn't have to, they just did, and it was nice. Alright, so that was my new start. What else did I work on? I'm having to look. Which I saw gathering acorns. We can get into projects. I finally moved my Stephen West Glittering Snowscape shawl into a bigger bag. It couldn't fit anymore. It just was crammed in there and I was tired of fighting it. So it got moved into my mushroom butt bag. This is a bag by Fat Squirrel. I absolutely love her bags. And mushroom butts. I had to. And there's scuzz on the bag. But that is why we have bags. So that scuzz gets on here and not our project. Shall we see where I am on my glittering snowscape? Yeah, we should. Yep, there we go. I'm like, one of these is attached. Yeah, this is the right side. I was here when I showed it last. I have finished all of that bottom section of lace, which was the granite lace section. It was really easy. I really like it. It's pretty. This is my 4th color. I did that. And now I've started, let me flip it all around. I've started this direction. The final portion, the bind off section with the I don't know what the words I'm going for, the stripy bits at the bottom. Each section here uses a different color from the shawl here in order, A, B, C, D. And E, the 5th color, is the main color that is continuing on. And it is the color that is still attached. Ah, so pretty, so pretty. Here's my stitch stopper because I like those. I am again doing this on a US 4 3.5 millimeter and loving this. I haven't worked on this in a couple of days though. But finally starting to slowly bind off because each of these rows binds off 1 stitch. Just one. Just 1 stitch. To the end of time. Again, this is the yarn that I am using for this piece. I can't pronounce it, but I do love it. Here's the 5th color. If I'm smart, I will move my little progress tracker stitch marker guy. And I will put him here. Again, I have hardly worked on this week. Yep, just have a lot more of those zigzaggies to do. So each one has, it's hard to hold, has a little point. And, so pretty. Need to get back to this one. Need to get back to this one. This is one of my make nines. And I'm loving it. Right, I'm going to pause for just half a moment while I take care of a couple of things, and I will be right back. You won't even notice. You won't even notice, but it's going to take me a couple minutes. I'll be right back. I'm back. Did you miss me? I know, it's been ages. I even topped up my tea. And drank a bunch. I also had to pet my cat, because my cat was adorable, and unlike many cats, when my cat shows her belly, at least one of my cats, the other one, belly rubs are definitely, it's a trap. But my kitty Stella, she shows her belly, it means belly pets. And when a kitty shows you her belly and she wants belly pets, you give the cat belly pets. Just what you do. Okay. I have 2 more knits that I can show. They are both new starts. First new start is an Oslo hat, because I still cannot find my sock for my stripy socks that was my work project. And I can't start the second one until I find it, because I don't remember if I did a 1x1 or a 2x2 rib. So until that sock is found, wherever it disparu, I had to do something else. So I decided I would just make another Oslo hat. I don't remember if I showed this last time. I don't think I did. Here is my Oslo hat. I'm almost to the point where I fold over for the brim and stitch it together. This is, as you can tell, an Oslo hat with the mohair. Floof, floof, floof. These are both Serial Knitter Dye House yarns. One is in her Cherry Creek sock with the color Silver Leaf, which is a one of a kind. And the other is her Phantom Lace, which is her mohair in the color Rain Shimmer. So those are the 2 that I'm holding together, because everybody needs a silver hat. A floofy silvery gray hat. And as you can see, there are just tiny little hints of blue in it, which I'm just finding so fun. I am just doing an Oslo hat. So what these are, a US 3.25 millimeter needle. Obviously I'm using a 16-inch, there we go, on a 16-inch cable, so that I can just go roundy, 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 roundy for days. I am using mindful needles though. They don't have quite the sharpest tips, but whatevs. I also probably should find some stitch stoppers, but so far they haven't fallen off. Ta-da! I have made several Oslo hats. I enjoy them. They're pretty. They're comfy. I give them away. So I don't have as many hats as you may think, because I keep giving them away. It is living in this lovely Bags by Awesome Granny bag, which is all fireflies. For some reason, fireflies and misty nights, which is what the hat makes me think of, seemed to go together, which it shouldn't, because this is a summery thing, and whatever. Now, living in what used to be a glittering snowscape shawl bag is a new start. This is a mini mock neck tee, or tank technically. It's a mini mock neck tank by Jessie Made Designs. And I am using some Hazelnuts yarns in her artisan base in the colorway Emerald City. And here it is. I have done the front, I have done the back, and I am working my way down. Since it is a T, it's curling because I haven't blocked it. The arms are already done because it's a tank. It's a tank, not a T, it's a tank. So I've already done that. I haven't done the mock neck yet. I want to get farther through the body before I get to that point. But, yeah, it's just a little nice ribbed neck. And I have fun little octopus stitch stoppers. This is on a US size 4, 3.5 millimeter. It's a fingering weight tank. I am very much enjoying it. The construction was kind of fun at the beginning. It is a paid pattern, so I'm not going to get into the discussion of the construction because paid pattern, don't want to give that away. But it was rather fun, and I should have read the directions a little bit better. I had to do something slightly different because I didn't read the directions. So I had to slightly change things. It's fine, it all worked, but goes to show you need to read the directions. I will be stitching this, I think, knitting this a little longer than is called for. It is very, very cropped in the photos. And the photos of the people with it cropped, good on you all, but I need it to be more than essentially a fancy bra. I want it to be a little longer. Old lady here, turning 50. I don't mind somewhat cropped, but I will be going longer than the, I think, 10.5 inches from here. Just saying. I think I'm going to need longer than that. I have plenty of yarn, I'm not worried, but I will probably give this another 4 inches. Then I will come up and I will do the neck so that when I try it on, it will sit on my body the way it would when it was finished. But I'm enjoying the roundy and not the picking up yet. So just gonna go roundy for a bit and loving the color. Absolutely loving the color. No, yes, it'll fit. It has negative ease. I did a little less negative ease than it called for, but it is supposed to be a nice tight tee. I keep calling it a tee, it's a tank. A nice tank. It is one that I'm planning on wearing under, like, throw over shirts and things like that. But, so, it does look a little small. It does, but it isn't. I'm getting gauge. Everything should work. It's all good. It's supposed to have like, what, 2 to 6 inches of negative ease, and I was like, 6 inches of no. I'm going for more of a 0 ease to -2 inches of ease. -2 inches of ease? Yes, because that would be 2 inches of negative ease. Different ways of saying the same thing. Pineapple Express, atmospheric river. Kind of the same thing, just one is more specific. Pineapple Express is one exact, one specific atmospheric river, as opposed to just any atmospheric river. You don't need to know all this. I might cut that out. We will see. Loving the color, loving the size, but yes, I'm going to probably get this 4 more inches, do the neck, and then try it on. That way I have an idea of exactly how it looks on the body, and I can decide just how long I want to make it. When I say I have plenty of yarn, plenty of yarn. Plenty. Yes, this is how much yarn I've used. Plenty of yarn. I'm enjoying this enough, and I think I'm going to like it enough that I might be making more of these in different colors. We'll see. We'll see. Right now my plan, because it feels like a piece that I want in my wardrobe as a staple, and then be able to wear, you know, have a few of them in different colors. That's just how this is feeling. We'll see if I'm right, but that is how it's feeling right now. So I have plans, likely, to make like 4 more of these. They work up really quick too. I've hardly spent any time on it, and I am already that far. It's really fun. Those are all of my whips and starts. Amazing. I am so happy. So let's get on to what is my Whip Go calls for this month of February. Whip Go calls were 3 and 24, I do believe. So my first, my call 3 is to work on Elizabeth by Carriage House Sampling. Elizabeth with the crazy hair. Love her hair. I have been working on these girls for, well, I did 2 of them when I used to stitch, and when I picked it back up, I had started her, and now I'm continuing her. So they have been worked on for a very long time. 2010 is when I bought the silks, because I am using a Vicki Clayton silk conversion from years ago. I have no clue what the fabric is. It's 40 count, but I know nothing else. So this will be one of my Whip Go numbers for the month. Get down there. You can't tell very well, much like in the picture, but I do have her hair in. I love all of her crazy curly hair. It makes me happy. So this is as far as I am, and my Whip Go call is for 5 days of work, whatever that day brings. If that day brings 10 stitches, that's what that day brings. If that day brings 1,000 stitches, that's what that day brings. So I don't have a specific goal. She is, however, on my list of finishes for this year. And I don't recall if she is on my Whip Go a second time. Anyhow, when I finish this Whip Go with her, this call for this month, I will see if she's on again. If she is on again, I will just wait until she's called again and see how far I get. If she isn't, then she will end up on my Tiny Decisions wheel so that I can finish her this year. I have one more of the 4 girls to do, and I think it's Molly. I think Molly is the one I haven't done. Or is it Mary? I don't remember the names of all 4 girls. Does my thing tell me? No. I was half hoping that somewhere there would be information. Anyhow, I believe there's a minor mistake somewhere in her, but I don't care. It's going to be easy enough to fix. But I love her crazy face. Just big eyes. Apologies. I just bumped the thing. And so fun. Oh man, I would show you the pattern, but it's, yeah. Here are my threads. I have extras in there. Then I have these. Because the girls, a lot of them use the same color palette. So I've just been adding colors as I need them. And oh, it's a disaster in here. And the pattern is crinkled beyond belief. I can't show you because it's a paper pattern and that, you know, we don't show patterns. But it's just scary in there. And this is a bag I made years ago. Bats on the inside, spiders on the outside. So that is my first Whip Go call. My second Whip Go call is 5 more days on Jane Reese. This is also on my to be finished this year. I don't think this one's gonna happen. I showed this last time, but just as a quick refresher, that is where I am. So when I pull it out for Whip Go, I will be working on this section of borders. I do not know how far I want to get. In a perfect world, I would finish this entire column. But again, it's 5 days of stitching. Whatever those 5 days bring, that is what she will get. So that is my Whip Go calls. And this is living in this lovely Little Boat 88 Foxy bag. It's a disaster in there too. I'm using, I think it's a 50 count antique white, but I'm using Vicki Clayton silks, and it's 1/2. The Elizabeth is also 40 count, 1/2. So those are my Whip Goes. Plans for the month. I have only had one start. One. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the thing. I should probably put Elizabeth away. Yes. I've only had one start this month. I need more. I will make more. Let me put this one away. I need more if I'm going to get to 50. I don't want to have like 20 starts in December. Not that that's likely to happen, but you never know. Apologies again with the bumping. There are 4 things I want to start this month. I've narrowed it down. I had several things that I was thinking of starting, but I have narrowed it down to 4. I have my Sweeter Than Honey pin keep that I want to start for Carla from Carla Being Crafty's Be Your Own Valentine Sal. This is the one that I want to start for that. So that's one of them. I really want to start Scarlet Unspoken. I have everything in here. I have wanted to start this for years, and so I'm going to start this. I think this is going to be my, though it has nothing to do with dragons, I think this is going to be my Lunar New Year start on the 10th. I know, it has nothing to do with dragons or a Lunar New Year or anything like that, but this is what I'm probably going to choose. I can't even come up with an excuse. Dimple Designs has dragon patterns. That's the closest I can get to being able to explain why this is my Lunar New Year start. But I don't have to make sense to anybody, not even myself. This will be my Lunar New Year start. Not sure when I'm going to start this. This is Forbidden Fiber Co.'s Absence and Desire. I also really want to start it as well. Not sure when I will do that. But Lee, that is only 3 things. What is going to be your 14th or your 4th start? Well, cover something. That's living in here. This is my address, so I don't want to show it. This is, oh, I'm doing 5. I'm doing 5, I forgot one. I will explain. This is the Modern Folk Embroidery Evertote Roxy Floss Co. Valentine's Day box, which if you will see, I doubt you can read it, but it says, no spoilers until February 14th, please. I am not spoiling it. I'm trying to cover my address. I'm not spoiling it. That's why you're just seeing the box. This will be my it's February. My February 14th day start. This is my Valentine's Day start. Will be this one. At which point, spoilers will occur, and there will be spoilers. However, now there are no spoilers because I follow the rules. Meh. So that's going to go in there. My last, so 5. Ooh, I'm going to be starting 5 things, I think. My last is going to be a Long Dog Leap Day Sal start. I really, 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 really wanted that start to be Templar Prophecy, and I was going to do it on Coco Loco, 40 Count Coco Loco by Roxy Floss Co, using Verd's the Word by Roxy Floss Co. However, I do not have the thread. I asked right after Jacob Palooza, I asked if it was possible for me to get a mini hank of Verd's the Word, and they said yes, but nothing more has happened. So at this point, I know it won't be here by I know it won't be here by leap year, by leap day, by leap day, because they haven't even charged me for it. It's just, the request is there. The request has been, yes, we can do that. And then crickets. Crickets, I tell you. I did do one follow-up in January because November and December were busy months for them and for everyone. And I'm like, ooh, that could have slipped through the cracks very easily. So I followed up, and I got a response back from my emails. Don't get me wrong, they are responding. I got a response back of, oh yeah, I'll chat with Carrie about that. You're all good. Crickets. So That will not be my leap day start, sadly, even though I really wanted it to be. Oh well, life did not work that way. Eventually, I will start Templar Prophecy on Coco Loco using Verds the Word. I will, eventually. Let me show, hold on, just a second, and I will show you why I want to do this. Look at that. Look at that. It is so beautiful. It will be a later start. But won't it be gorgeous? I mean, look at this greeny, yellowy, goldy gorgeousness on this brown. It's just, I want this so bad. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. We will see. We will see if I ever get the thread. Sad. Anyway, because that won't be happening, I have had to go back to the drawing board for my long dog leap day start. And I'm like, oh man, I have Moulin Rouge from Long Dog. I have a couple others, and I went, you know what I could do? I could pull out this book. I've had this for years. I've done nothing from it. And do one of these. So, I am really thinking of doing either Cranston, probably not this one, but it was on the list, but I just love the colors from it. It's just DMCs, and they're so pretty. Or Gentle Arts. Oh, so pretty. Thought about that one. I decided, nah. I'm just thinking I like that one because it's February and it has hearts. So, okay, maybe not. Then I thought, ooh, maybe I should do a Groninger. And then went, no, because I'm going to do a huge Virlanda in November. I'm going to start the giant Modern Folk Embroidery Virlanda. So, nah, not that one. Then I got to this one, Bleu de Saxe. This is a close maybe. This is my runner-up. Oh, so pretty. Absolutely love that. The one I think I'm gonna do is Rouge de Saxe. Oh, first it's a red sampler. Do I need another red sampler? Yes. I mean, no, but yes. And I just love it. Let me read what it says. So many gods, so many creeds, so many roads that wind and wind, while just the art of being kind is all the sad world needs. Ah, it's that last part. Just the art of being kind is all the sad world needs. I just loved that. So, this will be my Long Dog Leap Day start. All I have to do is finish this in 4 years. Considering it's only 200 by 301, I should be able to do that. I have plenty of reds. Plenty of red threads. I do not think I'm going to turn this into a Falou red, because I'm already working on Falou red for my No Time Like the Present. Even though I have a hank of it, I don't think I want to start another project with it right now. Will there be another Falou red sampler? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there will. Ugh, the sun's trying to come out. Evil sun, it needs to go away. Anyhow, this will probably be one of my Vicky Clayton silks. I have an Old Maid of the Heart that is gorgeous. I also have some Gandhi Tango, which is a bit brighter, which could be really fun, but I think I'm going to go with one of the darker reds. So this shall be my Long Dog Leap Day start. Ah! Plans. Loving it. That is that. And now I'm going to pause one more time, and I'll be right back. I'm really chatty today, evidently. I apologize, but I am evidently really chatty. What I want to do right now is give you my stats for January, because I'm keeping stats this year. We'll see if it lasts, but for January I kept my stats. here are my end of month stats for the month of January 2024. I stitched 25 days on 9 projects, 4 starts, 3 finishes, 2 FFOs, and 19,041 stitches. Damn. That's fun. 19,000 stitches. Weird. So that is my stats. Plans for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to finish, hopefully, 2,000 stitches on No Time Like the Present from Modern Folk Embroidery. I am going to likely finish all of my 100 stitches on Witch. I'm going to end up completing her easily, probably in the next 5 days. Guesstimating, that's about how many, I think it has about 500 stitches left, could be 6. So I will be finishing that, and that means I will have to be spinning to find out what my next project will be. I will be, when do I film next? One sec. When do I film next? Ah, okay. So I will have at least 2, if not 3 starts. And hopefully I will have done some work on one of my whip goes. Knitting wise, I am hoping to have finished my mini mock tank. Yes, didn't call it a T. And made more progress on my glittering snowscape shawl. Finished the Petty Harbor socks and started my Farmer's Daughter's Fibers socks for the month of February. Seems pretty busy to me. Yeah, okay. Gonna be really active there. Those are my plans. Now let's get to stash. I have some. Oh, let me reach. First off, let me show my Farmer's Daughter's Fibers sock yarn for the month of February. Look at that. So 2 50-gram minis and 1 20-gram mini. Oh my goodness. And this is the yarn for this month. 3 colors. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I actually have an idea. I think I'm just gonna do a basic stripey sock. And I'm going to do, this is my cuff and heel, and then just stripe these. This being the main color and this being the stripe. Is what I'm thinking. And I need to get these done this month, so I really need to get started. But I don't want to start them until I finish the Petty Harbor socks, my friend, because, so, need to get going on that. I received some floss and a bag from Roxy Floss Co. I'm throwing things on the ground. I had to purchase this bag. I had to. I just had to. Look at it. It's so pretty. And the inside is that. And then there's the Notions pouch, which is the same fabric as the liner, and then one of their thread beds. I just loved the owls. What am I going to put in here? I don't know. But I do need more bags, obviously, because I'm going to be starting 5 things and only one of them had a bag. Maybe for kicks, my Lunar New Year will go in this bag because it at least has moons on it. Don't know. I received my Fox and Rabbit fabric of the month. This month is Milky Way, which is a gorgeous color. This color is absolutely stunning. I need to open the whole thing so you can see it. That color is so good. So good. Oh, I love it. I also received, so that was January's. I have also received my January fabric of the month for Be Stitch Me, and this is Dusty Cottage. Oh, look at that modeling. Look at that modeling. Oh, I love it. Whatever I start, I really want to have this part in it. This grungy, this grungy side. Because it's pretty. And I like it. So good, so grungy, so beautiful. Now, so I stopped dropping these. I have my Roxy Flosco flosses for January. This is French Vanilla. These are the neutrals. Frangelico. Geranium. Kind of a cinnamony color. Berries and cream. Oh, it's blowing out a bit. This one's actually very wonderfully subtle. And Kahlua. Evidently somebody wanted to drink. Because we have Frangelico and French Vanilla and, well, geraniums I guess you're not drinking, but. So there is the neutrals. And the brights. I dropped them on the ground. They were on my leg, but I dropped them. We went, I'm dropping them again. We have Flirty, Be Mine, English Violet, Bashful, which is not what I just read, but it does say Bashful and not what I almost read. And then the last one is Dream Come Blue. Look at those pretty colors. Yeah, Bashful, I almost read batshit. Definitely not the right color there. Oh, so pretty. I do love Roxy Flosco flosses. They are fun. I also received my Row 1 minis for the month. If I can open it, I will share them with you. These are yarns from Passion Yarns. I don't know the dyer. I'm not sure what I think about some of these colors. They're a little. Our first one is Delight. I Need You in My Life. I Will Always Love You. Evidently they will always love fall, because those are all the fall colors. Liaison. Blazing Orange. Crazy Love. Teddy Bear. Purple Pop. Romeo. And Teal. I love Row 1 minis. They are fantastic. They're great for heels and toes. They're great for just little pops of color. They're great for whatever you need them for. And the fact that they're wound up for you with the dyer's name on them. Delightful. I really do need to get back to using them. I really, really do. I think this batch will actually become, they're up there. I have granny squares that I'm making with some of the Row 1 minis. I have a stack of them up there. I think this batch is going to become granny squares because some of those colors I think will look really great as granny squares, and I'm afraid they will look like clown barf as knitting. They may look like clown barf as crochet as well, but at least if it's a square and a blanket, yeah, you're never gonna know. So that's, I think, what's gonna happen with those. And I'm pointing up there because they're right up there. Can't reach. I also received my Yarnable subscription. I just got this yesterday, so this is the one for February. If you have not seen it, you can look away. But I'm gonna show it. Always comes in this year. Now, I don't know when they started doing it. Now they have This nice little notions pouch. We have this. Which I will have to try. Wait, can I? Can I try you? Plant-based stabilizing gum. I have no clue if that's corn-based. Plant-based does not help me. Because if it's corn-based, I can't drink this. If it's not corn-based, vegan, natural, I will have to look into that. We have a little bag. Choo-choo-choo. And oh, focus. A lotion bar. In the Goddess of Love. It's like a lip balm for the rest of your body. And it is a very sniffy. Citrus, lavender, patchouli, and the word I can never pronounce. Lang lang. Ooh. That is powerful. And I don't even have all of the, there's still a cover there. Woo. It's not bad, but it is strong. So those are all the lovely items, plus the card that tells you what everything is with the scratch-off code. Natural tea, fruits, plants, herbs, crystallized in a heart, dissolves fully in water for a gourmet tea experience. Maybe I will try a gourmet tea experience today. Then there's the yarn. I love that they put them in these bags so that you can open the package and still be surprised. Granted, they send out an email with a sneak peek if you want to see it. So those who don't want to wait. So February, we're going to guess pinks, right? It's going to be pinks because it's February. I lied. Obviously, I did not do the sneak peek. I guess there's a little. This one is called Love is Love, which is true. That's pretty. Not the color I expected. Yay. I like it when I'm surprised. Yay, surprises. So that can... Does this color read as blue or as purple to you? Because the way I'm doing my yarn now, it matters. I think it reads as blue to me. So, can she do it? It's now in my blue pile. I have one last, things on the ground now. I have one last purchase. I don't know why I did this purchase. I know why I did this purchase. I have no clue when I'm going to start this. I'm on the Homestead Needle Art Facebook group. Whatever that Facebook group is where you get the exclusives. Yeah. I did the Charlotte Warrington exclusive. This thing's big. I just loved. There's so much wacky going on in this piece. This is the original. So we're not going to be doing the turkey work down here or things like that. It's just cross stitch. But this thing is just wacky. Look at all the animals down here in the, look at all the sheep. There are a lot of sheep and other critters. Peacocks over here. I'm not sure. I think that's supposed to be a border collie. Then we have swans in the pond. And then we have a castle. Because, you know, why not? We have Adam and Eve and a moose. That's got to be a moose, people. That is got to be a moose. And then we have, I think this might be a dovecot. We have a lady with a crazy hat. I mean, she's a fancy lady with that hat. Just, this thing is just chock-a-block full of weird. Just, I loved it. This is not tiny. what is the stitch count? 449 by 466. But it comes as a kit. So I have the Mason linen. I chose 40 count. It's a fat half because that's the size you need. And it's color medium light sewing box. And they keep it up. They put tissue paper in. I don't know why. So I guess you get to crinkle more. I don't know. But that's a good match for that color. Really like it. And the options for threads were needlepoint silks. I didn't want to do silks on this one. DMC. I also kind of didn't want to do a DMC. Or Weeks Dye Works. I wanted some variation in my threads for this piece. It just, for some reason, I think it called for it. So here are my threads. All the Weeks Dye Works. All bajillion colors, and that's a lot of red rocks. There's 5 skeins of red rocks in here. Really? Really? Yeah, there are. It's a lot of red rocks. I mean, I guess that is a big castle. And there's other reds. So yes. I bought this. I don't know when I'm going to start it. Evidently, because I've been reading the Facebook group, because I'm obviously on it. There's going to be a stitch along. Someone's putting together a stitch along for this. A 24-month stitch along. Which I think I may actually join because they're going to hand out little assignments and we can work on it in manageable chunks that may not be completely overwhelming. I like this BAP, and the A does not stand for awesome, people. It just doesn't. The big ass project. It is a big ass project. Love it though. I don't know. It amused me. It's a big... It's a book. It is a book. I'm gonna have to read the back. So yes, I bought this. I don't even know what the over one thing says. Nor can I read it. Let's see if they make it readable. Ah, my dear, while you your needlework attend, O seek the counsel of a faithful friend. O strive the inward ornament to gain, or all your other work will prove in vain. This I have done to let you see what care my parents took of me. With care and pains I have this wrought, and finished with a virtuous thought. Charlotte Warrington's work, 1838. So here's a cleaned up copy of the thing. Oh, I've talked so much my battery is flashing. Yeah. So whenever this stitch along starts, I will start this and start this stitch along. And in 2 years, I will have, if I keep up, Elizabeth Warrington done. It even includes a little box, which will be cute. I did not buy the special stitching bag that went along with it. I didn't care. It'll get a different bag. And that is the last of my purchases. Let's get on to life. I'm reorganizing, and I'm stitching, and I'm enjoying the rain, and the sun has gone away again, and it is gray again, and it is raining again, and I am happy. And this is, seriously, my goal in life. Nothing more needs to be said. I'm going to let you all go. Happy crafting. Bye all.